Never mind, at least I'm dry. Good, well tried equipment. It's worth a fortune, isn't it? And comfort. I saw going up the high street on, looked like a 125, could have been a 200 Yamaha, young lad, like a leatherette type jacket on, and sorry, I'm concentrating here a bit. Bloody retards sit hovering. Yeah, going up the high street, tracky bottoms in this lot. Well, okay, apart from it being foolish, he was heading to the A12. I should think it's bloody uncomfortable, isn't it? Dear oh dear. What's the silliest thing you've ever ridden in? Go on, we've all done it. I have ridden in shorts. Yeah, just shorts, nothing on my feet. Hot day. Beat him. Hot day. I was 16. I've sort of learnt a little bit since then. Who's doing what here? So, you know, I saw a friend's skin rash not much long after that, right down to the bone on the elbow and the knee, and that was it. I started wearing reasonable clothing, though obviously not as protective as I'm wearing now, because back in the 60s they didn't have that sort of gear. Helmets were only just coming out. Leather jackets, the proper leather jackets, I did eventually get a hand-me-down from my brother, but until I got that I couldn't afford one. They were phenomenal prices in those days in relation to earnings. Bearing in mind my very first wage was £2.50. £2 10 shillings. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Why are people scared to overtake lorries just because it's raining? I don't understand that. Yeah, visibility is slightly reduced, but heck. It's actually quite clear today. Like this guy in this Mercedes, he's not riding very well, is he? A bit all over the place. I suspect he may well do something daft. So, how long had you been riding before you got fully sensible riding gear? Now, a lot of the younger riders, they go and buy bikes and they're advised, and they get the boots and the padded jackets and the padded trousers and whatever. I'm talking, I think I'm aiming sort of at the older driver, the older rider, sorry, my apologies, the older rider. I was probably 25 before I got a fully armoured jacket, and it was fabric, and I've had them ever since. I love them. I just like the flexibility, the breathability, and you can wear them in the summer. They're a lot cooler in the summer. This one I've got on now, bless it, it's old. It's good God, it's over 20 years old now, but it's still got all the armour. All the joints are still together. It's got Kevlar on the outside of the arms, Kevlar in the inside. It's got shoulder pads, back pad, elbow pad, all the lot. And it's as tatty as hell, but I love it. My boots, Vice, properly armoured at the ankles and the heels and toes. Waterproof trousers with knee and hip padding. But I was a good 25 before I started to think sensibly about gear. So I survived from 14 in a field to 25, 26. I think that's quite an achievement. Then I think when I was in the police force I saw some horrific sights, and that's when I got very serious about the gear I wear. I just don't want to end up looking like some of these people. Yeah, I wear an open face helmet at very low speeds. No, I'm not indicating, there's nobody around. I wear a low face for escorting cyclists, that sort of thing, at low speed. Pop into the shop and I trundle, you know, 20 mile an hour. I know I can still have an accident, but hell, you've got to have some risks in life. Full face for very long journeys, where I'm likely to get distracted or tired and not pay as much attention. And for around town, I must admit, I do like my modular. Its flexibility, as I've said before in another video, I suffer from asthma and I feel very claustrophobic at times. It's nice just to flip the helmet up. But what about you? Tell me, what stupid things have you ridden in, and have you regretted it or not? And how long have you been riding before you got serious about gear? And what made you get serious about gear? Because usually there is usually a pivotal point. Your pivotal point? Yeah, I'm doing a lot of concentrating because there are a lot of puddles on this road, and there's also, being a back road, there's also bloody great mounds of mud as well, and there's washdown from some of the paths, so click the old heated hand grips on. When I was getting on my bike, I was loading it up and messing around and it was hammering down. My gloves got wet, leather gloves, so I just put the heated grips on to dry them out a bit. Seems to be working. In the weather report, this rain wasn't predicted. When I came out, it was sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. So, always come prepared. This time of the year I always wear waterproof gear because I don't trust the weather reports. England being a smaller country, the weather moves through very quickly. It could be sunshine one minute, hammering down the next, and God only knows what then. And the landscape is built such so that you don't actually see the are you staying there, you bugger? You don't actually see the distance, the horizon to gauge the weather. Wow, it's certainly coming down with a vengeance. One way of getting my bike washed, isn't it? And it's a good way of testing for leaks. Waterproof clothing leak down test. I remember the early days, the early gear. You used to ride and within 5 minutes you had the cold water dribbling down your neck, down your front, down into your crotch, which was always cold for some reason, or extraordinarily colder than it should have been. And then your toes would get wet. I think I've survived some amazingly, atrociously badly made bicycle gear, motorbike gear. The original rocker boots with the zip up the back were fantastic. Yeah, full length zip at the back, so the rainwater would wash around them and suck in through the zip, so they were about as waterproof as a paper bag. Yeah, you keep dubbined and well polished, but the zip at the back, didn't matter what you did, it waxed it and all sorts. So I always used to, when the weather was really bad, I used to put plastic carrier bags over my boots and elastic bands. Oh, bad weather's good fun, isn't it? I think I can safely say I'm wet.